42 messages. I have received 42 messages asking me to talk about the Finster situation. So here goes the fun part. I didn't know who Finster was. Now, I realized that I had used Finster in one of my thumbnails prior. I still didn't know who Finster was. I just found an image of a femboy, more so with something of that variety, gender fluid person, and put it in my thumbnails at one point. I didn't know who Finster was. So after now doing 10 hours, I have done now 10 hours of research to discover who Finster is and figuring out what they've done. I have now decided that, and I realize I have a very large trans audience on my platform here. Interacting with rage bait does not make you an activist. I now discover this is the Belle Delphine situation, and you all have thoroughly pissed me off. I just want to point that out before I get into this, that I'm going into this a little peeved and a little angry, but now exhausted more than angry. So, let me just show you the situation here. So, this is the post. Finster posted, built for blank. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, what would it be? Obviously, it's gonna be BBC, the British Broadcasting Channel, because Finster is British. Obviously, that's what slam dunk. People went crazy saying Finster loves race play. Now, and then this took a stretch further to say race play makes you racist. Now, there's a whole, I could go into the whole thing. I am gonna go into the whole thing because this is very important to me. There's not a single black person saying this. It's just people saying Finster's ugly, all this other stuff. There's people saying, this is where the Finster being racist wasn't on my 2025 bingo card, but go figure. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is so interesting. I'm very, very, very interesting. People are saying this is trans misogyny, all this other stuff. And then Finster had to make this post and said, I thought you just called me a sissy or something else. So FYI, I do not do race play on my OF. I will block you. I know you like me, but I do not like you. Whole thing there. Whole thing there. It's like a whole thing going on here. And I just want to point out, I didn't even know Finster had an OF. No clue. Didn't even come on my purview. Didn't know that was happening. And then I found this post where everybody was mad at this snuck into the men's bathroom today. Whole thing there. So I just want to preface a few things here. And I want to say this again. Interacting with rage bait does not make you an activist. Period. Because I felt as though that Finster didn't even post that for rage bait. I feel like Finster just does things and it pisses a lot of people off because people are saying they're so obviously trans, but they're so misogynistic. It's a lot of stuff going on here. It's a self-feeding snake. It's almost cannibalism in a way. It's interesting. So, before I get into this, get an ad right to your face.
Hey, you actually stuck around for the ad? I'm so proud of you. Let me tell you what I'm pitching to you real fast. Here's something you can do when you're bored. Playing games and getting paid for it. If you hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen right now, you see that popping up right there? Look at that. It's so cool. It's so convenient. You can sign up to freecash.com and start right away. Now, I know your inclination to say this is a scam, but I assure you, I tried it myself. I thought it was a scam myself. Actually, I did actually try it out and it actually worked. I didn't expect to actually get paid, but I'm getting moolah, baby. It's simple. Create an account with your email and password. It takes seconds. Literal seconds. Inside, you'll see a wall of games, a bevy of things, and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through levels, and cash land straight into your free cash account. It's like turning your downtime into a side hustle without even noticing. Some people pull in $10 to $20 a day, but I've seen reports of much more moolah, Mr. Krabs. I've seen Scrooge McDuck numbers, and you can do this all while laying in your bedroom playing games on your phone. All they ask of you is that you spend your time playing the video games. They just want your time. Now, you could spend a little bucks in game to hit levels faster, which lets you unlock the bigger offers and payouts because you gotta hit the levels to get bigger payouts. That's how some users end up earning hundreds, even $500 or more on certain offers. It's crazy, but you don't have to spend anything. You can just stick to the free levels like I did and still cash out. The whole point is that instead of just sitting there scrolling endlessly through TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or whatever, you're playing and earning at the same time. When it's time to cash out, you got options. You want to hit up PayPal, you want some gift cards, you can do whatever you want to. It's your decision. It's your world. I'm just living in it. So if you're curious, hit the link in my description or scan the code that's been on screen the entire time. You can just scan the code right there. You have the ability to just screen capture, scan the code, click the description. Make sure you do it through me, guys. Sign up for my link because I'm broke, guys. I'm doing this for the money, man. I got my family locked up. I beg you, please start playing for cash in your spare time. And when you use my link or QR code, you'll get a $5 bonus to kick things right off. So go ahead and get the free cash right now. Freecash.com is 0CV. You're not responsible for any bodily harm, any extra harm, anybody getting destroyed, anybody getting hit with a meteor, anybody getting hit with a natural disaster, anybody getting hit with the power of God, anybody with God's wrath, any thunder striking your body, anybody that actually has kids because of this, anybody that gains thousands of dollars, they do not use that in order to attack me or strike me and send drones to my house to destroy my entire body. I appreciate it. That'd be lovely. Thank you. I would appreciate it a lot. And if you could enjoy this, just use my link in the description. Like I said before, use the QR code. Go ahead and do that. Everything's bye.
Okay, back to whatever I was talking about before. I'm gonna state this again because I really want to hammer home this point. I want you to tattoo it on the inside of your eyelid. Interacting with rage bait does not make you an activist. Print it on the login screen of every social media platform. Whisper it like a ghost in the server halls of Twitter every time someone's finger hovers over the quote tweet button just to make a twit longer to call somebody out, because we are living in a desperate self-congratulatory theater of foi justice. The only currency, it's not going to change. I want to point this out. It's not going to change this content creator. It's not going to change Finster. Not at all. Not going to do that. It's just going to get them engagement because, oh my God, I didn't even know this was going on. No clue. Oh my God, the infamy, this provocation, whatever it is they do, whether it be Finster or Belle Delphine, the names are completely interchangeable. The faces are mutable. The formula is unbreakable text. Do something weird, something loud, something that brushes against a social taboo. Sell some gamer girl bathwater. Do something of that variety. And then wait. Oh, she's wearing kids' clothing and she looks like a kid. That's going to attract the wrong crowd. It's going to attract the crowd that is going to buy it because it wouldn't be a crowd if the crowd didn't exist. That's disgusting people, and they're going to pay out a wazoo pocket for it. Well, she's baiting for it. Yeah, this disgusting. It's evil. It's nasty. And you are boosting it to people who are going to see it and have that secret weird gobbledygook, that secret weird nastiness inside of their soul. They're going to see it and say, oh, I didn't know she was doing this. Well, if everybody's talking about it, might as well, because you're casting a wider net. If you let it die into obscurity, it wouldn't get that big. They just have to wait for the army of digitally righteous to arrive with their torches and pitchforks, not realizing you are not a mob. You are a stage crew. You're not even dismantling a system. You're promoting a product. Because now I know they have. It's disgusting. I hate this. You're the free advertising department for the very thing you claim to despise. I can prove this to you. I would have no earthly idea who Belle Delphine was it not for a sanctimonious 80-tweet thread garnering hundreds of thousands of likes detailing the moral decay she represented selling her gamer girl bathwater. That outrage was the advertisement. Didn't even know about her. Didn't even know. Had no clue. Didn't even know. The disgust. But everybody was saying this is gross. This is nasty. This should be a biological terrorism. We should cancel her. We should get the British government on her. It's disgusting. That was a marketing campaign. The curiosity wasn't piqued by her. It was piqued by your performative horror. You crowned her. You handed her the scepter of notoriety. And she, being a savvy businesswoman, turned your moral panic into a revenue stream. Made up millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. The same mechanism applies to Finster. I wouldn't have known had you not messaged me. And you can't form your own opinions. So you come to me and say, I want you to state my opinions back to me, but louder. I want you to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because you're not realizing that you are not doing anything. I was not directed to this content by an admirer of Finster's art, but by a keyboard crusader whose curl plucking was so intense I genuinely feared their monitor's structural integrity. You are a discoverability algorithm powered by pure, uncut indignation. You are fighting a battle against an entity that is by your design, invincible. We should call Finster garbage and cancel him and hate read him, hate rate him, do all this stuff. You're not doing anything. You're doing effectively nothing. Effectively nothing. Because the more interactions they get on Twitter from their posts, the more money they're going to get. And yes, they took down their posts, but they're still getting interactions and people saying, Finster, you're ugly, I hate you, you're disgusting, trans misogyny, this is disgusting. If a trans woman did half the stuff you did, they would be bullied off the internet. But just because you're teetering on that line, you should just fully transition and just be what you are. I am so baffled. I almost want to question, right? I almost want to question what the whole beef, what the Wendy's we have the beef is with Finster. I don't know the exact thing. So my guess here is that Finster did something, right? And from what I researched, Finster is gender fluid and bisexual. They are on HRT, right? They had previous controversies of a ban for, I'm reading something, by the way, I hate reading when I'm talking, for booby streaming, one of the first male streamers to receive that kind of ban. There's a social media post by Finster dressed in black latex with fishnet accessories captured at one point, ready to infiltrate women's spaces. The caption was reportedly later changed to men's spaces. The post apparently got very high engagement, 7 million posts in 3 days, according to this article here that I'm gonna pull up to show you here. It's according to this article here. This article right here, they got canceled in the whole thing there. This is what happened here. This is the whole thing. So that happened, right? That was the whole thing that happened there. And I was genuinely confused by this whole brouhaha. And then there was another incident in 2022 where Finster allegedly made contract with someone named Miauriza. And then I'll give you $5,000 or 5,000 USD for surgery. He later said he was able to pay in lien. Once he had the money, he immediately did. It's like a whole thing. I don't know what's going on. They're doing things that are explicit for content, and it's a whole thing in exchange for medical surgical funding. I don't know the whole thing. I don't know everything, right? But I've discovered that most of the outrage is just mad at Finster, and from what I grasp, for not fully transitioning and not fully accepting that they are themselves trans. And it seems to be infighting about topics that I'm not fully there for. I'm not gonna lie to you here. I just want to point this out. This is so important. Look me in the eyes when I say this. I know that you guys view me as this moral pariah, right? You guys love when I make takes and come at these with nuance and stuff of that variety. But I just want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I am still a What does that mean? At the base core of my thing, I am trying my best to understand. But all that I see is that you are falling for Bugs Bunny level traps. You are Elmer Fudd. That is all you're doing. That's it. You're getting smacked over the head with a mallet, falling from the anvil, and now I am making a video about it because you wanted me to make a video about it. So here you go. This is your video. This is your video. They are invincible. They just are invincible. Not because they hold some truth, not because they are uniquely talented. You have made them bulletproof. You have transformed them into from mere content creators into archetypes in your own personal ideological war. You are forgetting the fundamental law of the digital attention economy. Every time you boost their post to drag them, you are dragging a million pairs of eyes along with it. Rage is the most effective publicist in human history. These creators aren't just aware of the rage, they have doctorates in it. They have monetized your anger. You're not hurting them. You're on their payroll. The cycle is so transparent, it's insulting. Let's map this. It's a 5-act play. Step 1, provocation. Edgy, boundary-pushing posts designed to lab in to trigger a specific demographic. Easy work, that's step 1. Step 2, overreaction. The targeted demographic arrives right on schedule, screaming into the void, convinced they are performing some civic duty. You guys, for some reason, don't know what it is. Ratio attempt. The desperate, flailing attempt to win the discourse by drowning the original post in replies, which only serves to tell the algorithm the post is engaging. 4, the think piece. The journalistic vulture's descent, writing 5,000 words essay on what the Finster phenomenon really means, granting the subject a level of cultural analysis they never earned. Here goes the payoff. A massive spike in followers, mentions, and revenue for the original provocateur. Somehow, after 1,000 repetitions of this exact sequence, nobody learns. First off, I want to state this here. I don't have any beef with Finster. No beef. I don't even know the person. Not even in any capacity. They're gender fluid. That's what I know. I believe they go from man to woman, woman to man. Maybe that's variety. Maybe they're gender fluidness. I don't really have any idea what it is. Nobody stops to ask the simple, devastating question. Is all this energy accomplishing a single thing other than inflating the reach and bank accounts of the people I claim to oppose? Have you ever thought about that? You are every time you do this with Logan Paul, where Logan Paul got so big, because I didn't even know anything about Logan Paul until you guys boosted Logan Paul. I didn't know who Keemstar was. Didn't know any about this. And you know what's crazy? I know some disgusting weirdo, some worthless piece of human filth who has as much brain as they have earwax is gonna say, so what? We just don't call out people ever? Is that what we do? Huh? We just don't call out people ever? I think we have to call out people who shut the fuck up. Oh, you piss me off so much. Oh, I wanna commit horrific, mutilating acts of disgusting, vitriolic, just Anvil Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes level violence. If someone is doing an act that deserves active dissection, you have to pin it to the dish, then do that. If someone's doing horrible things, James Charles, for example, should not have a platform. Cody Cole did something with an underage minor. That was a whole thing there. That was disgusting. That was bad. That was bad. Deserves to be scrutinized. 100%. I think it's smart to call out people who have done things. But if somebody you just don't agree with, I don't know, their preference of fetish, that's crazy. Well, it's baiting racist. It's baiting racist. People that, is domination. They shouldn't fetishize black people. It's a whole thing. Is there a black person around that cares? Is it all just you on a moral high ground talking for black people? Is that what I'm witnessing here? Is that what I'm doing? Are you misinterpreting the post? Because Finster had you fill it in. That's bait. Built for what? Oh, it's obviously they meant BBC. Maybe they did, but you filled it in. You allowed your imagination, your creative spark to go to the worst area. You could have just took the joke. Here's what you should have done. You should have took the post, right? Took the post and said built for lying, right? Something stupid. Built for not admitting they're trans. Maybe do that. That'd be cool. Instead, you said, "Oh, this is race play. This is race play." They made a post saying, "I'm not really into race play, guys. This is a little bit much, and you're sending death threats to me is a bit much." And I fully believe death threats because you guys have sent me death threats. I'm not even that big. And what is that? It's a fly. It's a gnat here. Oh my god, I gotta get rid of that. Anyways, you guys have sent me death threats about things as well. You guys have sent me. I am so. Stop it. Just stop it. Give your everything they want. Attention, relevance, a narrative, while you're telling yourself you're a warrior for justice. You are not a warrior. You are a cog in their machine, a critical, indispensable, and utterly replaceable component. And I understand the seduction, the dopamine hit of a perfectly crafted dunk is a powerful drug. The applause from your echo chamber is a siren song. It feels like impact, it feels like power, but let's look at the results. Did Belle Delphine vanish? No, she became a millionaire. Did Finster retreat? No, it became a mainstream topic of conversation. They laughed, they cashed the checks you helped write, they went viral again. If your enemy's primary nutrient is attention, then your outrage is a high protein meal. You are quite literally making them stronger, right? You are literally making them stronger. Hence why I titled this video, My Response to Finster, because this is specifically for Finster. This is specifically about this. This is the whole thing. Finster, if you ever see this, I doubt you will. I really doubt you will. I doubt you. Maybe you're at home laying sideways, watching this by yourself. I don't know what you're doing. I have no clue. Just know, I have no beef with you for playing people. I don't. Everyone does it. It's a part of the economy. It's how people get paid. It's how people stay relevant. I'm not mad at you for doing that. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what your moral compass is. I have no clue. I imagine you're probably a great person. Most people are great people. I promise you, most people are great people. Nobody is evil. But when you martyr somebody, not to you, Finster, but the people, the activists, you're martyring Finster as an enemy, the entire ideology of an enemy. You are putting them in a higher position than what they are. That's what you're doing. You are turning Finster into Satan, right? Not just evil, Satan. And when you make somebody a concept, when you make Satan is the concept of evil. Oh, that's Satan doing his work. That's the devil. That's the magic. When you make somebody that, you then martyr them into a beacon for that. That is the issue I'm having with this thing. You are not an activist for quote tweeting a person. You're not. You are not brave for replying to an obvious bait post with a 14-tweet dissertation on societal decay. All you are doing is rerouting the entire internet traffic to their doorstep. The algorithm sees that. It sees engagement, it sees controversy, it sees a topic that is trending, so it places them in the For You tab. And I know Finster didn't even mean to make the post in that variety or get that backlash, because Finster deleted the post that I found. The post that it took me a while to find. Finster deleted the post. The built for post that I showed you at the beginning of the video, Finster deleted. It's no longer on their page. They deleted it. It is gone. It is null and void. You can't find it anywhere. Period. That's what it is. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's it. That's it. Now someone's on a podcast is going to make a topic about this. It makes it mainstream. You did that. You made it mainstream. You took a provocateur, however niche it may be, and turned them into digital folklore for people like me. People who have otherwise lived in blissful ignorance, if not for your fury, acting as a global spotlight. And this is not a defense for them. I want to really rehash this point. I'm not carrying a banner for Belle or kneeling at the altar of Finster. This is a cold, tactical analysis. You are wildly overestimating the power of your digital disdain while catastrophically underestimating how much the algorithm adores a neatly packaged scandal. Like, the scandal is crazy. It loves moral panic. It feeds on your sense of righteousness. You want to starve the monster? Stop throwing a banquet in its honor. You want to end their reach? Stop being their primary distribution network. And again, I gotta say this again. I got to say this again. You should call out people who are doing evil things, right? Things that are morally reprehensible. There are certain things that are just widely agreed that suck and are garbage. James Charles situation, right? Jeffree Star actively being transphobic. You can call that out. That's an admission of what they are. But you are doing a wild interpretation of information just because you don't like the person. You can just say, you're aware you can just say you don't like the person. You can say you don't like the person without claiming they're racist or homophobic or trans. So you can just say you don't like the person. For instance, chibi reviews, right? I think they're just annoying. That's it. I just think they're annoying. I love that they fight for censorship, and to fight against censorship, I think it's good to do that. They fight against censorship. I think that's good, but I just think they're annoying in the way they do it. You can just find Finster annoying. You can just say that without putting all these things, because this is what happens. This is where the mechanism becomes truly sinister. You have destroyed the word racism. You destroyed it. It's gone. I hate it. I hate it. We did this by turning it into rage bait. We took one of the most potent, historically violent, and structurally significant concepts in human history, and we fed it into the same content grinder as gamer girl bathwater. Now, a legitimate accusation of systemic prejudice sits in the same algorithmic bucket as a YouTuber's bad take for clicks. We've created a culture where calling something racist can be just as much as a strategic play for engagement as the original offensive act itself. The word becomes drained of all of its meaning, its gravity, its power to truly name and shame, because it now is just another button to press to get a reaction. We've weaponized the language of justice until the weapon is so overused it becomes a toy. And the real battles are drowned out by the noise of a million fake ones, because you're calling everything racist. And I know, I don't use the word a lot, the word fascist or Nazi. I don't use those words a lot. I think that a lot of what Donald Trump is doing right now is authoritarian in concept, but I don't think he is an authoritarian leader. I think it's the same way as if you call somebody a narcissist. Somebody can have narcissistic tendencies, but not actually be a narcissist. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? I just wanted you to be aware of that, because you've turned the vocabulary of human rights abuses and profound psychological manipulation into content categories. The algorithm cannot tell the difference between a genuine white supremacist and a shit poster trying to go viral. It only sees the engagement. So we all become desensitized. The words that should stop a conversation dead, that should send a chill down our spines, now just register as background noise in the internal, just existing culture war. We have given the actual monsters cover by creating a world where everyone is a monster and therefore no one is. The sting is gone and all that's left is a buzz. You should have learned that in The Incredibles when Syndrome said, when everyone's super, no one will be. And the worst part, right? I'm ranting for so long, but I just got to get this out of my system because it's pissing me off. You guys, I told you I came into this angry. You just got me. The bitter truth is that some of you don't want to ignore it. You crave the fight. You need the sensation of superiority it provides. It's not about justice. It's about self-image. It's about being the person in the group chat who saw it first and said something. You're not helping. You're main charactering the apocalypse while doing unpaid, enthusiastic promotional work for the antagonist. You are the marketing department for the villain that you hate so much, and you're giving yourself a bonus for a job well done. Let's redefine a dangerous word. Silence. Right? In this context, silence is not complicity. When the target's entire existence is a plea for attention, your silence is not giving up. It is strategy. It is discernment. It is the intellectual maturity to recognize that not every piece of bait needs to be swallowed to troll you along. It's called trolling. Trolling the fish along. That's what it is. Especially when your consumption of it directly fuels the machine. You want to feel truly powerful? Deny them the reaction. That's what you do. The entire game is predicated on you picking up the controller. Starve the clickbait. Don't pick it up. This thing, this right here. See this? Put the stop playing Pokemon ZA. Just put it down. Tell it to myself. I don't want to be introduced to the next cultural villain through your tantrum, right? I don't want to discover the next outraged merchant through your 300 tweet call out thread. But that is the only way I ever do. But it's activism. We're calling it out. You're not. Because it's rage bait. It is rage bait. You are interacting with rage bait. You are the vector. You drag them into relevance and then stand baffled as they continue to rise. And it's not some mysterious, all-powerful algorithm. It's you. Your retweet, your reply. I'm just sharing so people are aware. Every single time it's you. So you have a choice. Right now, you have a choice. Either admit in the quiet of your own heart that you like the rage bait and you enjoy the anger, you relish the feeling of being the hero in your own digital movie, or wise up and recognize the trap, right? Like, be smart about what you choose to be mad about. That would be great, right? Stop being the unpaid, fervent marketing team for people whose only product is the controversy you so eagerly propagate. But until you do, you're not part of the solution. You are the engine in the problem. And to the people that message me, I want you to look at me when I say this. I am so glad that you have felt the need to send so many messages. And to specifically, your name on Discord is Spider Furry. That's your name on Discord. This is to you. You're probably watching this video. This is to you. Do not ever in your life call me 42 times. Ever. I don't have my Discord notifications on at all. I don't have my Instagram or Facebook or a regular message notifications on. Don't ever do that. All right? That's weird. And don't say that I'm racist, transphobic, and homophobic because I refuse to engage with you when I'm busy. Okay? Do you understand? Do you grasp that? Because I will get you a Greyhound or a plane ticket to come to Detroit and show you what we do to people in Detroit. I will do that. because I will waste the money to do that. That's what will happen. Don't do that. Okay? This is not a threat, by the way. I'm not threatening you. I refuse to threaten somebody. I'm not doing that. I'm giving you a stern talking to as a person to another person, adult to adult. You have explained to me that you are 27 years old. You have explained to me that you are an artist and that you desperately want to do thumbnail work for my channel. No. You have cut off every semblance of interaction that we are ever going to have. Will now be on the facet of you trying to gain favor in my life again if you ever wish to be in any sense in my good graces. So you have thoroughly pissed me off. To everyone else that sent the messages, you just told me to talk about the Finster situation. Pretty cool about that. Specifically you, Spider Furry. Specifically you. Specifically you. I don't like. Okay? We good? Great. Fantastic. Outstanding. This infighting in the LGBTQIA plus community is disgusting, and I hate every single revolting piece of it, and you guys are trying to moral signal for a lot of stuff. It's the same energy as when you guys got really, really mad. Really, really mad. When I say you guys, I don't mean every single one of you. I know somebody's gonna say, me? What about me? Funny comment, by the way. Just want to point that out. Good comment. I mean, you didn't make it to the end of the video. You're so cool. Anyways, the same way when I said the word they, and you guys got really mad saying, they're not non-binary. You're misgendering by using they. You can rot, to be quite honest with you. It's not malicious misgendering. It's me not knowing the pronouns of somebody and using the word they as a buffer because they is neutral. Same exact energy. So stop interacting with stuff like this. Anyways, if you do this again, I'm going to be significantly more violent if you send me that many messages again. Now, you obviously won't know how many messages people are sending me, but I promise you, just don't. Just don't. Just do not. Just don't. Just do not. Send me a nice message. Someone send me a good message. Tell me something great you've done. Something nice. Something nice. Oh my god, I just realized I tagged Finster in this post. So they're probably seeing all this stuff. I don't really care. Doesn't really matter. Bye.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel Angelo. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you